I just kept telling myself, try to shoot the lowest score of the day. I know I wasn't the lowest at 69, but I just kept challenging myself to keep hitting good shots and trying to make putts. I figured if I just kept doing what I was doing, it would be very difficult for anybody to catch me. Dennis started great, started with three early birdies, and I wasn't making early birdies. I did manage to match one of them. But yeah, I mean, when a person's kind of feeling it, and I felt like Dennis was going to shoot a really low number today. He struggled just a little bit on the back nine, but I just kept plugging away and kept doing what I was planning on doing this week. There were a couple of things strategically that I did. There was a hole where Dennis was playing really well, and he hit a tee shot, and it made it into the desert, and he had to take it unplayable. And it was kind of a sucker pin on the left side of the green. And I guess had he hit it in the fairway and knocked it close, I might have had to go for that pin. But because he already had an unplayable and then hit his shot in the bunker, I was able to play wide of the pin. It was funny, though, because right at that moment, then Ben Krieger started making birdies. So I had played wide, actually, in retaliation for what Dennis had done, but then all of a sudden, Ben went ahead and made a couple of birdies, so he kept the pressure on. You just hit putts, and they make it to the hole. When you're shooting a low number like a 64, they drop for you. The first 2 days, I hit a lot of good shots and a lot of good putts, but they just didn't drop in. So, I guess the difference is 4 shots from rounds 1 to 2, and then 5 shots from rounds 2 to 3. But overall, played pretty consistent all week. I didn't hit one single ball in the desert. I didn't have to take any unplayables. I actually used one ball each day. I didn't even have to switch balls. So that was a priority for me, was making sure that I kept it in the grass. It didn't even matter, like 18, I had 206 yards to that pin, and I think Dennis might have had 106 yards to that pin. But I knew if I'd hit it in the fairway and hit it on the green, there wasn't much anybody else could do. It's a huge honor. We have a very, very strong section, some fantastic players in our section. And, as I was looking at it, I was thinking, I'm 42 years old. That was 2011, so was I 36 when I won that one? And so I'm thinking, I want to stay relevant. I don't want my resume to say he won it way back in 2011. So at least I'll get a little bit of a move forward, and I'll feel like 2017 is more recent than 2011. It was definitely a big goal. When I won this event in 2011, I also obtained a Web.com tour card. So I actually qualified to play the National Club Pro at the Bayonet course. But I wasn't able to play because I had played in too many tour events, so I had to withdraw from the National Club Pro. So this year that's not going to happen, so I'm very excited to actually be going back to that course so I can get a shot at playing that National Club Pro there.